Hi, my dear children. This is Prasanna, your maths tutor. Dear children, now we are in the 14th chapter, that is time. So, time is an important aspect in our life. So, it is just like another aspect of the measurement, and without time, we cannot imagine that how the world will move. So, time is very much important. So, by using the time, we can finish our activities in a particular duration. So that is why time has got the importance in our daily life. So once we follow the right time, then our works will be completed in a disciplined manner and in a systematic manner. So time has got very much importance in our life. So let us see how this time can be converted from one unit to other units by looking at these some standard units. So these are the standard units of time. Let us see them one by one. So 1 year equals 52 weeks, and it is in the case of non-leap year, right? So 1 year equals always 52 weeks when there are 365 days in that year. Then 1 year equals 12 months, we know this, and 1 year equals 365 days. It is non-leap year. Remember that in non-leap year there will be always 365 days in 1 year. Then if there are 366 days in 1 year, then that year will be known as leap year. 1 week equals 7 days, so simple. Then 1 day equals 24 hours, then 1 hour equals 60 minutes. Similarly, 1 minute equals 60 seconds, and 1 decades will be equal to 10 years, which means after 10 years you can name it by other name, that is 1 decade, or else you can call 10 years as 1 decade. Then 1 century equals 100 years, so easy. Then 1 century equals 10 decades, because when you put 10 decades one after the other, then that will make 100 years. Then 100 years will be again equal to 1 century, so that you can write it as 1 century equals 10 decades. Then let us solve few problems based on this conversion of unit of time. So first one is convert the years into weeks. So here we are converting from years to weeks, which means bigger to smaller units, so that we have to multiply. So 2 years, 1 year has 54 weeks, whereas 2 year has 108 weeks. So we can solve like this. So 1 year equals 54 weeks. So 2 years means it is 2 times of 54, it is 108 weeks. So right here. Then 7 years, same, 7 times of 54, it would be 378 weeks, and we write here. Similarly, 20 years would be 20 times of 54, it would be 108, which means 1080 weeks will make 20 years. So just write here. Then convert the years into decades. So we are moving from smaller unit to bigger unit, so we have to divide the given number. So 20 years. So before dividing this, with what number we have to divide? So this question usually comes to your mind. So to answer this, we have to look at the relation between year and decades. So the relation between year and decade is 10. So that's why we have to divide the given number by 10. So 20 divided by 10, 20 years divided by 10 would be 2 decades, which means 10 years will be 1 decade. Similarly, 20 years would be 2 decades. 100 years will be equal to 10 decades. So just write here. Then 150 years would be 15 decades. Just write here. So 15 decades, 10 decades, and 2 decades. Convert these centuries into years. So we are moving from bigger unit to smaller unit, so we have to multiply. 1 century equal to 100 years, then 2 centuries equals 200 years. Similarly, 5 centuries will be equal to 500 years, and 8 centuries will be equal to 800 years. And we are converting from centuries to decades, which means we are moving from bigger unit to smaller unit. So we have to divide the given number. We are moving from centuries to decades, so which means we are moving from bigger to smaller, so we have to multiply. So that multiply the given number by this relation, that is 1 century equals 10 decades. So multiply the given number by 10. So 1 century, yes, it is 4 century, so it is 40 decades, right? Because 1 century equals 10 decades. Similarly, 4 centuries will be equal to 40 decades. Then 6 centuries would be 60 decades. So if you are not understanding, just look at here. 4 centuries equals 4 times of 10 would be 40 decades. Similarly, 6 centuries would be 6 times of 10 would be 60 decades, and 7 centuries equals 7 times of 10 would be 70 decades. Let's move on to the next main. It is convert the following and solve mentally. So 6 weeks 5 days, 1 week equals how many days? 7 days. Then 6 weeks, in order to get how many days for 6 weeks, we have to multiply the given number by 7. So 6 times of 7 would be 42 days, then plus this 5 days extra, so that 42 days plus 5 days would be 47 days. So which means for 6 weeks 5 days will be equal to 47 days. So just write that answer here. It is B, 90 minutes. So they want the answer in hour and minutes, so we can break the 90 minutes as 60 minutes plus 30 minutes, and this 60 minutes would give us 1 hour and 30 minutes remain as it is, so that 90 minutes is also mean that 1 hour 30 minutes. So we write that here, 1 hour 30 minutes. Let us move on to the next question. It is 2 days 14 hours, and they want the answer in hours. So 2 days, 1 day equals 24 hours, and 2 days means it is 48 hours plus 14 hours. So 48 plus 14 hours would be 62 hours. So 2 days 14 hours equals 62 hours. We write that. And 30 hours would be yes, they want the answer in day and hours, so that 30 hours can be broken like this, that is 24 hours plus 6 hours, because 30 hours can be written in this way, so that 24 hours plus 6 hours, and from this 24 hours we can make 1 day, and 6 hours remains as it is, so that 30 hours mean it is 1 day 6 hours. So we write as it is, like 1 day 6 hours. The next question is 2 hours 40 minutes. So 1 hour 60 minutes, then 2 hours means 120 minutes. So 120 plus 40 minutes would be 160 minutes. So 120 plus 40 would be 160 minutes. Next one, it is 60 weeks, and they want the answer in year and weeks. So divide the 60 weeks by what? So in order to find the answer for this, we have to break the 60 weeks in this way, that is 52 weeks plus 8 weeks. Why I have broken like this? Do you know this? Because I know that 1 year equals 52 weeks, so that is why out of 60 weeks I took 52 weeks separately and 8 weeks separately, because I know very well that from 52 weeks I can make 1 year and 8 weeks will remain as it is, so that it would be 60 weeks equals 1 year and 8 weeks, so that we write those answers here. Then it is a G, 2 years 10 months. So 1 year would be 12 months, 2 years would be 24 months, and 24 months plus 10 months. So in total it is 34 months. So we write that answer there, 34 months. Next it is 600 seconds, and it has to be converted into minutes and seconds as well. So we are converting from seconds to minutes, which means we are moving from smaller to bigger units, so that we have to divide it. So divide the given number, that is 600 seconds, by 60, because for 1 minute it is 60 seconds, so that's why we have to divide this given number by 60. So when you divide 600 by 60, it would be 10, so that 600 seconds would give you 10 minutes. So 10 minutes 0 seconds. Well, it is 0 seconds. And next question, it is 3 decades. So 1 decade mean how many years? So we have to convert this 3 decades into years, which means we are converting from decades to years, which means bigger to smaller, so that we have to multiply. So 1 decade means 10 years, then 3 decades means it is 30 years. Next one, it is 210 months. So 210 months can be broken like 204 months plus 6 months. You must know that from 204 months we can make 17 years, and 6 months will remain as it is, or else still you can divide this 210 divided by you can divide this 210 by how many? So you can divide this by in order to divide this, yes, just look at here, 210 months. So what is the relation between month and year? it is 12. So just divide this 210 by 12, so that if you divide like that, your quotient would be 17 and your remainder would be 6. So that from that you can easily write that it is 17 years and 6 months. Let us move on to the next concept, so that we can write that. Yes, it is next concept is addition and subtraction without regrouping. So without regrouping is nothing but here we don't use any carry here, right? And one more thing is that here the first number would be bigger than the second number, right? In case of addition there is no particular condition that, but in case of addition we can look at that first number would be always bigger than this. Here also you can see that first number is bigger than this, but in addition it can it's not a particular rule in addition, but in subtraction there must be a bigger number first and there must be a smaller number next, right? First we are going to focus on addition. It is 3 hour 25 minutes and 6 hour 10 minutes. So we are adding these two times. So we write hour and minute by making two columns, and we write 3 hour and 6 hour in the hour column, and we write 24 for 25 minutes and 10 minutes in minutes column. So 25 plus 10 would be 35 and 3 plus 6 would be 9. So that when you add these two, your answer would be 9 hour 35 minutes. Let us move on to the next question. It is 7 hour 60 minutes plus 6 hour 27 minutes. Similarly, we make two columns of first one hour and minute respectively, and we write 7 and 6 in hour column, and we write 16 and 27 in minute column. We add 16 plus 27, it would be 43, and 7 plus 6 would be 13. So it is the sum of 7 hour 16 minutes and 6 hour 27 minutes would be 13 hours and 43 minutes. Now let us focus on how to subtract. So we are going to subtract this number, this time from this. So it is 5 hour 32 minutes minus 3 hour 11 minutes. So again we are going to make two columns of hour and minute respectively, and we write hour, those are 5 and 3 in hours column. We write 32 and 11 in minutes column, and just look at here, 32 is far bigger than 11, so that we don't have to take the borrow from any number. So that it is 32 minus 11 would be 21, and 5 minus 3 would be 2. So 2 hour 21 minutes is the answer of this question. Let us move on to the next question. It is 19 hour 52 minutes and 3 hour 27 minutes. So again we are going to make two columns, one is hour and other one is minute, and in our column we write 19 and 3, and in the minute column we write 52 and 27. So here we can't subtract this 7 from 2 because 2 is very small, so that is why we take borrow from this 5, and it would be 4, so that it would be 12. 12 minus 7 would be 5, and 4 minus 2 would be 2, which means our number is already bigger than this. But while subtracting digit by digit we have to take the borrow, but actually we haven't taken any borrow here because this number, that is 52, is bigger than 27. So that's why no borrow is required here. But while subtracting digit by digit we have to take the borrow like this, but still it is without regrouping. So 52 minus 27 would be 25, and 19 minus 3 would be 16. So this is the answer of this. Now let us move on to the next concept, that is addition and subtraction with regrouping. So here we are going to make use of the carry and borrow here. So 12 hours 45 minutes plus 5 hour 56 minutes. So we again make two columns, one is hour and other one is minutes, and we write 12 and 5 here. So it is 45 56, and we are going to add this. So 5 plus 6 would be 11. We write 1 as the carry over here. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. And we write 0 here, and we write 1 as the carry over on top of 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 5 is 8, and 1 as it is. So 18 hours of 1 minute is the answer of this question. Let us move on to the another question, because addition is so easy. That's why I'm not going to explain much about addition, but subtraction usually takes much time as you compare to the addition. So that's why I'm going to focus on subtraction. While subtract 5 hour 30 minutes minus 4 hour 45 minutes. So we write two columns, one is hour and a minute. So we write 5 and 4 in the hour column, and we write 30 minutes and 45 minutes in minute column. So that 30 minus 45. Look at here. First number is smaller than second number. So we can't subtract this bigger number from smaller number. So that is why this 30 needs borrow. So we take borrow from 5. So once we take the borrow from 5, it has to be reduced and it has to be written as 4. And once this 30 takes borrow from this 5, 60 minutes would be added, because here 1 hour is subtracted from this. So that 1 hour means 60 minutes. That 60 minutes would be added to this 30 minutes. So 60 minutes plus 30 minutes would be 90 minutes. Now 90 minutes is far bigger than 45 minutes. So 90 minutes minus 45 minutes would be 45 minutes, and 4 hour minus 4 hour would be 0. Let us look at another example so that you can easily understand. It is 19 hour 33 minutes minus 12 hour 47 minutes. So again we are going to make two columns, right? So one is hour and other one is minute. Yes, and yes, we write 19 and 12 in our column. Well, we have written 19 hour and 12 hour in our column, and we have also written 33 minutes and 47 minutes in minute column. So first we start subtracting 47 from 33, and 47 is bigger than this, so that's why we can't subtract very easily. So that this 33 will ask the borrow from this 19. So 19 is ready to give the borrow, so that it has to be stricken out, so that it will be made 18, and 60 minutes will be added to this 33 minutes. So 60 minutes plus 33 minutes would be 93 minutes. So 93 minutes minus 47 minutes would be 46 minutes, and 18 minus 12 hours would be 6 hours. So 6 hours 46 minutes is the answer of this. Let us move on to the next concept. That is, here we are converting from hours to minutes, and we are also converting from minutes to hours. So first let us focus on how to convert to minutes. So question is in hours. So we have to convert this hours and minutes to minutes. Means we are concentrating on this hours to minutes. So 4 hours must be converted to minute. How do you convert? Because 1 hour equals 60 minutes, then 4 hours, 4 times of 60 would be 240 minutes, and this 45 minutes extra. Look at here, 4 hours means 240 minutes, and 45 minutes would be 45 minutes as it is. So when you add both, it would be 285 minutes. Understood? Let me repeat. 4 hours can be converted into minutes as 4 times of 60, and we write 45 minutes as it is. 4 times of 60 would be 240, and 45 minutes as it is. So if we add both, it would be 285 minutes. Look at here. Now hour has been converted into minute. Let us look at the another question. Convert to minutes. Same question. 7 hour 10 minutes. So convert this hour 7 hour to minutes. How do you convert? Simple. 7 times of 60. Do you know why we are multiplying the given number by 60? It's so simple, because the relation between hour to minute is 60, because 1 hour equals 60 minutes. So that is why we are multiplying by 60 here. So that 7 times of 60 would be 420 minutes, and 10 minutes as it is. So 420 plus 10 minutes would be 430 minutes. So in order to convert from hours to minutes, we always multiply by 60 like we done here. Let us move on to the another concept. So this time we are converting to hours, which means we are converting from minutes to hours. So 256 minutes must be converted to hour. How do you do this? So opposite of multiplication is division. So we have to divide here. So take the given number, that is 256, and divide it by 60. So how do you divide this? Simple. 256 divided by 60. 64s are 240. Then 256 minus 240 would be 16. And this 4 quotient is known as hours, and this 16 is the minute. So 256 minutes equals 4 hours 16 minutes. Yes, let us convert this 97 minutes to hours. So simple. So 97 minutes must be divided by 60, and when you divide this 97 by 60 in this way, we get the quotient as 1 hour and we get the remainder as 37 minutes. So that 97 minutes mean 1 hour 37 minutes. So that is why whenever you are converting from minutes to hours, we divide by 60, and whenever we are converting from hours to minutes, we multiply the given number by 60.